I'm Shalane, this is Dean, and we are Grassroots Living.
Today,
I usually do. Today, we're going to, but I said, you do this one. I'm like so scatterbrained today. So,
today we're going to take you on what we think is a great route to get you to areas like Quartzsite and Yuma and Southern California.
Yeah.
It's on Highway 60, so you're going to get off the interstate. You're going to get off I-40, get off I-10 like you traditionally want to do. We're going to take you to a spot that we think you're going to really like. Now, as you travel through West Texas and eastern New Mexico, it's not always everybody's cup of tea. Some people might think it's a little flat, but still, we found it to be just a moderately slow incline as you get closer and closer to the mountains. The mountain pass was not bad at all. I really think that there's a lot of people that will find a lot of enjoyment, and we'll kind of catch some of the highlights along the way that we found.
So we actually really liked this route for a couple reasons. Well, one he did mention was that it was easy driving, like no crazy mountain passes or anything like that. We thought it was actually beautiful. We know that some people would drive it and be like, what was Grassroots Living thinking? They're crazy. This is boring. But actually, we thought it was really gorgeous, except for, do you remember the time we were driving along and we saw a bunch of tarantulas? I didn't get a shot of that, but there were tarantulas that kept crossing the road. And I was like, Armageddon. But it was kind of weird, but it was cool. I interrupted myself, though, like I usually do. I think I said there was a couple things that we liked about it. It was pretty, and I don't know the other thing, but when it comes to my head, you'll know it. And the second thing is, because it finally came to me. Oh, now I got it, because I lost it again, but now I got it. Okay, is we always try to keep in mind people that are like the big rigs, people that are bigger than us, traveling with bigger rigs than us. Nice, easily traveling, open, wide roads. Sometimes you do get stuck behind somebody or somebody gets stuck behind you, which is not quite as common if you go ahead and stay on the interstate. But there's far less traffic, which means far less stress. So that's something that I think we liked about that.
I would have to agree.
Okay.
Yeah, you could go sometimes a few miles before you even see another car. You know, another thing that just occurred to me that today, on today's tour, as we're going through western Texas and eastern New Mexico, it's pretty much just flat. But by the time we get into tomorrow or next week's episode, you'll see the mountains everywhere. So it's just amazing that there isn't this gradual transition. It's just flat and then mountains, which I really like.
Yeah, and you should hope that it rains while you're driving through or right before, because it smells delicious.
Yeah, the smell of the rain on sage.
The sage and the creosote. Is that what it's called?
Creosote?
Creosote. It's
yeah.
Gorgeous.
So as we traveled along, one of the things that we always look for is, can we find a free campsite? A couple weeks ago, we took you on a little tour of Elk City. We ended up staying there for 4 days. That was the maximum you could stay there.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that video, we're going to link it up there.
Right up here.
So you can watch that one.
Right. Yeah. But anyhow, we were able to find yet another free full hookup site in Hereford, Texas. Now it looks like, for those of you that are ranchers, Hereford, but it's Hereford. But admittedly, there are maybe 100,000 cattle. This is a big cattle area in West Texas. You'll see it everywhere. You'll see stockyards everywhere. The smell at the campground in Hereford,
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't fresh, clean pine kind of thing, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Had a beautiful little pond. You remember that?
Oh yes, this little place. So it's just, you're basically in a parking lot at an aquatic center. I think they're in the middle of town, very small town. Right across from where we were was just a sweet little pond, and it had a walking path around it. Mm-hmm. A lot of people walking around, and a lot of them walking around with their babies, new mommies with their babies. I noticed that a lot. A lot of ducks and pretty trees, and it's a sweet little town and a great little full hookup site for free. You can't beat it.
Yeah, I think the maximum stay was 2 days or 3 days, something like that. But Great spot. I'm really very
Yeah.
happy that we stopped there.
Yeah, it was a good one. Put that one on your list.
All right, so the next day, we continued traveling through West Texas, on through eastern New Mexico, through the town of Clovis. Our destination was just to the east, well, to the southeast of a little town called Fort Sumner, New Mexico. There's a place called Bosque Redondo Lake campground. Again, free. This time it was not full hookup. So we did do some boondocking there. But it was a beautiful little lake. And I was able to get some drone footage up there. And we'll make sure that we include that in there. But you can see it had some great little campsites.
Yeah, it was really pretty. Super gorgeous sunset. Out west, they use the term lake a little differently than we do in the Midwest. It was basically just a little pond, but it was a cute, cute little pond. And again, totally big rig friendly. We like to mention that if we think about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, big rig friendly. The roads were completely decent and really pretty. Yeah.
And I think we were the only camper there.
Yeah, there were a couple people that came in just to kind of drive around.
Some did some fishing.
Yeah, there was a fisherman or two there. But yeah, we kind of had the place to ourselves. Sweet little spot.
Okay, so while we were there, we decided to go ahead and take a little trip into Fort Sumner to see what was there. And it is a very small little town.
I just wanted to know if they had ice cream.
Yeah, and we found some.
We did.
Yeah, sure did. And had a little laundromat, so we were able to get our laundry done while we were there. We'll show you some sights of the town itself. A couple of buildings had neat little murals. It was just an interesting, what you would think, small little town in New Mexico.
There was a Billy the Kid museum there and one outside of town, right? There was one in town. We didn't get to go to either one because they were closed at the time. But yeah, small town, not much to it, but they did have a lot of murals, and I love murals like on the sides of buildings and stuff. I love that.
She does.
I do. For one thing, it's free entertainment. Yeah. But no, I don't know why I love that. And the older they are, the more I get a kick out of them. I don't know why. But anyway, a lot of cool murals in that town. So that's fun. Okay. I'm not the only one. A lot of people like towns with lots of murals. Go to Chillicothe, Missouri. If you get a chance, check out Chillicothe, Missouri, which is home of sliced bread. Yeah. It's the home of sliced bread. And it's not too far from where JCPenney was born. JCPenney was born and Walt Disney. And I'm way off topic, and I apologize, but I'm telling you, murals are cool. This town had them, and so does Chillicothe, Missouri.
All right. So, anyhow, one of the other things that we did while we were there is I want to say another 1.5 miles from where we camped there at Bosque Redondo Lake. You'll see a place where Billy the Kid is buried. And in fact, I want to say there was a little marker there that talked about how his grave was stolen 2 or 3 times over the course of from the time he was buried to 1977 or something like that.
How weird is that?
Yeah. So they actually put it in an iron gate and cemented it in so that people couldn't steal it anymore. I don't know. Interesting little thing. I didn't really realize Billy the Kid was such a villain, because he's kind of almost immortalized in the Old West.
As a hero. Almost as a
sometimes,
hero.
yeah, almost as a hero.
But
he really wasn't a very nice guy.
Sketchy.
Yeah. But they had a Billy the Kid museum. They also had a Bosque Redondo
Memorial,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
And it had a little museum and things like that. Now, we weren't able to attend because it was only open Wednesday through Sunday, and we were there, I think, on a Monday.
Okay, so that's a really good route, and we would encourage you to maybe consider that. Now, some homeschool / road school / people that just like to learn stuff questions. Okay, so I have the first one. We went into town and we found a cute little ice cream shop, and each of us had a shake. So my question is for the younger ones, like maybe Timothy and Noah and Elijah. and Emma and all of you guys that are watching that are maybe under 8 or 7, if everybody in your family was really, really hungry and they had 2 shakes apiece, how many shakes would that be? If everybody in your family had 2 shakes, how many shakes would that be? And if you're a little bit older and you want to do the same question, how much would that cost? The shakes were about $3, $3.50, maybe about $3.50 a piece. So how much would that cost? Yeah, for each of you to get a couple shakes.
Right. And one of the things that we did was, of course, we showed you the map that took us from Amarillo all the way down to Canyon, Texas, and then out on US Highway 60 to Fort Sumner.
You can rewind and pause that if you need to look at it.
Yeah. So my question is, find out how many miles that is, and then we average usually about 60 miles per hour when we're driving. Okay? I'm not talking about when we're stopped. How many hours of drive time, how many hours on the road will it take to go from Amarillo to Fort Sumner, New Mexico?
And you could use our route if you want to, or if you want to do something a little more challenging, you can make up your own route and decide how many miles that is and how much, what did you say, how many hours that would take?
How many hours that would take?
Yeah. And if you're even a little older, you can decide how much gas that's going to take and how much that's going to cost. Okay, plan your own road trip. We did that in school with my students. They'll remember, and they'll either remember with love, they loved the assignment, or they'll be like, Miss Grassi, that took way too long. It was really, really hard. But it was fun.
Either way, any of our students that are watching, drop us a little comment down. Tell me what you really thought about Mrs. Grassi's project.
Be nice. Oh, they don't have to be nice. I don't control their grade anymore.
They loved her.
Okay. As always, you could do a little bit of history. We like for you to look up the history of places that we've been. We share a little bit, but there's a lot more to look up with Billy the Kid. Bat Masterson was part of that area, the history in that area.
Also, the Bosque Redondo.
Bosque Redondo, you could look that up, and you could do some kind of an art project or a writing project, write a poem or a song or anything that appeals to you as you learn. Just be totally in control of your own learning and do things that will help you to learn and be enjoyable for you. That's why you homeschool and road school, right?
That's right.
So, okay. So if you have any questions about any of these places, leave a comment below and we'll be happy to answer them.
Yeah, and even, like I said, for a lot of people, West Texas, Eastern New Mexico, maybe isn't that exciting to them. But we will take you on some incredible adventures over the next few weeks as we see the Valley of Fires, do you remember that? Yeah. White Sands National Monument. That we have some outstanding videos still coming up. Rockhound State Park. So give us a like if you would like to see us continue on this little journey, so you can see another route, possibly the best route that will get you into the desert Southwest.
And Saguaro.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff. Like you said, lots of fun stuff coming up. So
subscribe, hit that notification bell.
And make sure you tune us in every Tuesday night.
Yeah, we always post at about 8 o'clock Central Time on Tuesday night. So, and we also like to do it as a live chat. Last week we had, I think, it was a lot of fun.
Blue Wave Odyssey was there, and a lot of times McMillan Express joins us.
Cade was there.
And Cade was there. Hi, Cade. Thanks for joining us last week. He's one of our former students. It's a lot of fun. So join us on Tuesday nights. We'll chit chat. So we thank you guys so much for watching and enjoying our videos. We assume if you're watching, you're enjoying. We hope you are. So we're going to let you go, right?
That's true.
Okay, we're done. So this is Grassroots Living, reminding you to get down to the grassroots of what makes you happy and live your love.
Remember, we're thinking of you, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Peace out.